After 2 years and more pairs of smart glasses than I'd like to admit, the question I want to answer for you today is, are these actually worth it? Here are the 5 use cases where I've found smart glasses genuinely useful in daily life. And as an added bonus, I'll also tell you which are the best smart glasses you can buy today for each use case. My most important and favorite use case is PoE video recording. I recognize there's a debate about the social aspect of wearing glasses with cameras, and in fact, brands like Even Realities and MemoMind are betting on people not wanting cameras. But nonetheless, this is a true use case with everyday value. For me personally, the value of capturing real moments has outweighed the awkwardness, as long as you are thoughtful about where and when you record. Here are 3 examples of how I personally use them. I have 2 young kids who are constantly amazing me with the things they say and do. I don't always have time to grab a phone to record them. I've started wearing my glasses when they are around just to be able to capture memories spontaneously. I was teaching my son how to ride a bike. I use my glasses to capture the whole thing and will look back at that day sometime in the future. Another obvious use case is capturing videos in a sports setup. When I went skiing this winter, I used my Oakley Vanguard glasses to record myself coming down the slope. Was it necessary? Of course not. Was it fun? Most definitely. And finally, when you are out on holiday, it's fun to be able to capture memories. I went to Disneyland and recorded us going on roller coasters and just generally having a good time with the family. Of the glasses I've tested, and I've tested most, the best camera system is still Meta's second generation lineup. Ray-Ban Meta Gen 2 for everyday life, and Oakley Meta Vanguard for sports. Other glasses may give you more settings or aspect ratio options, but for simple video quality, stabilization, and reliability, Meta is still ahead. But recording is only the most obvious use case. The more interesting question is, what happens when the glasses start helping you understand the world in real time? So my second use case is the AI assistant. And this is a bit of a catch-all category where I include translation, visual search, asking questions, meeting summaries, and a whole lot of other daily activities that improve productivity. Here's a specific real-life example. I was at a store in Switzerland and needed to pick up organic whole milk. I ended up at the store outside the hotel, staring at a massive aisle that was full of products in a foreign language where I didn't even know where to begin. I had my smart glasses on and simply looked in the direction of the aisle and gave the command, "Tell me which of these bottles is organic whole milk." Bam! In less than 30 seconds, my glasses had told me which row to look in and described the exact bottle for me. Other daily use examples include attending a meeting and being able to be completely present in the moment and not worrying about taking notes because my glasses are capturing things live and will give me a summary as soon as the meeting is done. And finally, when I have a few moments to spare, just asking the glasses random questions to catch up on the day's news or the latest sports scores. These are all examples of the glasses proving their value in ways that I had not always envisioned when buying them. Several glasses do things well in this use case, but 2 stand out. First, the Rokid Glasses, not to be confused with the Rokid Style, are the strongest overall AI assistant I've tested when it comes to depth and quality of answers. Secondly, for productivity, I'd give a special mention to the Even Realities G2. It does not have a camera, so it can't do some of the visual AI stuff, but for things like meeting notes, teleprompter-style prompts, and seamless integration into your daily schedule, this is one of the best implementations I've used. Of course, AI is not everything, and sometimes the real value comes from making everyday actions more seamless and practical, which brings me to my third use case, which is hands-free daily convenience. I used to think I would not really use the speakers on these glasses because I'm perfectly happy with my AirPods. But in reality, the audio and voice controls add a lot of value throughout the day. Taking calls without pulling out my phone, hearing translations read back to me, asking quick questions, listening to podcasts and music. Very Deep House 2026 on Spotify. Setting reminders, checking the weather, or just getting small things done while my hands are busy. that is the kind of boring, everyday moment where the glasses actually make sense. It's not futuristic, it's just convenient. Most of the glasses I use have speakers and microphones, but this is another instance where if I had to pick one, I would pick the Metas. The microphone is more sensitive, the audio quality for music is better, and there is less audio leakage compared to the competition, ensuring more privacy. And then there is the use case that I don't use as often, but when I do, I'm always wowed by how futuristic it feels. The fourth use case is entertainment and standalone wearable screens, or in some cases, basically having a computer on your face. I'm not counting tethered XR glasses here, things like X3 with Shure or RayNeo Air, because those are really screen extenders. For this video, I'm talking about standalone smart glasses with built-in displays. The use case is still uneven, but it is also one of the most fun. For example, here is me using the RayNeo X3 Pro for an augmented reality game. And here is me sitting at a coffee shop with just my INMO Air3 reviewing an entire Google Doc with no computer in front of me. Some glasses also let you watch YouTube, stream video, or use Android apps directly from the glasses. And Meta Display is worth watching here too. With the latest developer update, Meta is starting to open up the glasses to third-party apps and web experiences. So this category could look very different in just a few months. But today, I would call INMO Air3 as the most complete standalone Android-style experience because you can download apps from the Google Play Store. It comes with several caveats, including heating, battery drain, and the way they look. So I wouldn't recommend them for everyone as daily use glasses, but as computer tech on your face, they are excellent. RayNeo X3 Pro is the other option I'd call out. The AR gaming on these is solid, but overall, right now, it requires sideloading apps, which makes it less beginner friendly. That daily convenience and standalone computing are useful on their own, but smart glasses also become interesting when they help you share what you are seeing or communicate without constantly pulling out your phone. The fifth use case is social media and communication, not just recording something, but sharing it with others. I find myself using WhatsApp all the time to communicate with friends and family using my glasses. I don't post on Instagram as much, but I can absolutely see this as a use case for someone who does. The Meta Display glasses, not to be confused with the Meta Gen 2, are the best in this category because you can actually see your WhatsApp and Instagram messages, scroll through Reels, and post on Facebook. But for me personally, the feature I keep coming back to is the neural band handwriting. I was in a high-stakes meeting when I started receiving urgent messages from my wife asking about a contract that we were in the middle of signing. Rather than delaying my response or having to step out, I simply tapped out a reply using my finger on my thigh, and no one had a clue. And if live streaming is your thing, YouTube, Twitch, whatever platform you use, Mentra Live is also worth a look. They built the entire product around that one use case, and it shows. So, are smart glasses worth it in 2026? My personal answer is absolutely yes. But only if you know which use case or cases are the most important to you, you are buying the ones that do those things best, and you are willing to pay a bit of an early adopter tax, as this category is still maturing. Now, to be clear, I don't think everyone should buy smart glasses right now. If you expect them to replace your phone, or if you want a perfectly mature consumer product with no compromises, you will likely be disappointed. And my advice would be to wait. This is still an early adopter category. Google also just recently showed where this market is heading. Its first smart glasses are coming this fall, starting with audio glasses that combine a camera, speakers, Gemini AI, and phone-like features including translation, navigation, messaging, and controlling apps by voice. In other words, this looks like Google's direct run at Meta Ray-Ban and Rokid-style territory. Google also talked about display glasses, but did not give a confirmed timeline for those yet. Apple is also reportedly working on smart glasses of its own, so this category is only going to get more competitive from here. But for now, once you stop asking which smart glasses are best and start asking, what do I actually want them to do? the whole category starts to make a lot more sense. Let me know in the comments which use case matters most to you, and I'll see you in the next one.